Welcome to Unlock Your Mind. We're going to change your life. Jason Beauvais, business partner and phenom in the world.
No big deal.
We got Shane Stein, just the magic behind the wheels. And we got Russell Harris, man, from Harris Group, outstanding realtor.
Yes.
And, man, introduce yourself.
My name is Russell Harris with the Harris Group, and I've been knowing Jason for, about 10 years.
Dude, 10 years, bro.
10 years.
Hey, coaching flag football, bro.
Yeah, that's where I met him, flag football. City of Surprise.
I think he wanted to team up because I was beating him so much.
Yeah, he was Belichick.
You know what I'm saying? Hey. He's like, hey, I like that guy.
Every time I had to play him, I was like, man, this is gonna be a day to day. So it was fun times.
Hey, we used to go back and forth. Our teams were good. Our teams were good.
How old were the kids?
7, 8, maybe.
Yeah, 7, 8 years old.
He
Man.
said Belichick, 7, 8-year-olds. Yeah, Belichick's out there. Dude.
He had plays. This guy would have plays, and everybody would be always like, "Oh, you got to play Jason. You got to get your, practice was a little different.
A little different that week.
That
That's awesome.
Just leading the force
Yeah,
already.
leading the force, man. And then I know, obviously, we introduced to Dre. You guys made that relationship, which is cool. We all live in the same neighborhood too, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's been awesome, man. I do a lot of their estate planning stuff. Their estate sales. I sell their houses for them, and been having that relationship for a while, and been doing good with it, and been doing this for 20 years. So it's been in the game for a while.
Here, let me switch into my professional attorney moment. No, honestly, you've done a fantastic job for
Appreciate
our clients.
that, man.
I mean, it's super easy to make that referral because of the service they get, and you actually have the knowledge of how probate works. You stop to figure it out.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for that.
I appreciate that, man. It's been a very good relationship. So it's worked out, and the clients, when we get them, they're happy because it's like a one-stop shop. So once we get them, we take everything over, and they're able to we get the house sold, and it's very clean, and it makes helps them out because they're trying to do their stuff on their side, and it's just clean operation.
Here's the true strategy behind it, though. I was like, I need to find someone that looks kind of like me.
Dude, it was 100% truth. 100%. I was literally gonna say a joke, dude. I had a joke teed up for that all day long. Hey, but I want to say something real quick because I know one of the reasons I want to have you on. You kind of breezed over it real quick. You've been 20 years in real estate, super successful, right? Yeah. But dude, 20 years. I mean, we're talking. So you started what? 04? 04, right? So you literally were in real estate during. I mean, since we've all been alive. I mean, we had that huge market crash. I mean, it was like crazy. But like, bro, you're a storied real estate agent now, very successful, right? Family, all that stuff too. But like I want to know because we're on today. I know we're doing Unlock Your Mind, so we're getting in the mind a little bit. And I want to, so I'm jumping right in and diving in the deep end of the swimming pool here. But bro, like, walk me through that real quick. And like, how the hell a lot of people quit real estate. Like they stopped. Everyone kind of stepped away. And like, what was how did you do it, right? And I know we'll kind of table off little things that we did in our careers, but explain that to me because that had to be nuts, right?
It was tough because when I got in 04, the market was like really good.
Yeah, it was banging.
And I was, I didn't know any better.
Hey, you thought you were good.
Oh yeah, I didn't know any better because I can't.
No, you come into instances where it's good. You're like, I'm great, right?
Yeah.
You're not having to learn the mental fortitude yet.
I came from a 9-to-5 job. I didn't work 9 to 5. I work a lot more than that. But I was in a nursing. I was a dialysis technician, so I worked a lot. So I had no clue about sales. I had no clue what I was getting myself into. So I get into it, and when I started was new construction. So I'd sit, you go to new builds. I'm the salesperson in there, and I'm just like shooting fish in a barrel. I mean, it's just like boom, 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 boom. And I'm just making all this money. I had no clue. I was thinking like, man, this is my life. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make money. And 08 hit.
Sorry,
man. And I'm just like, what is going on? I was like, what happened? And I didn't understand it. And everyone's like, oh man, everything's gonna change, right? That's what the real estate always says. Everything's gonna turn around. No, it didn't turn around.
There was no turnaround.
No turnaround. And I saw builders that I worked for that were millionaires, like scared.
It's crazy.
Like, totally divorces. I saw people get divorces over money. Wow. They were on cloud 9 and sales got bad, divorcing, problems. You see all the people start backbiting each other. And 2010 hit, man, it was bad. It was really bad. And, I even double guessed, like, should I continue doing this? You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. I would wonder, like, man, should I go back to?
Wait, so it went 2 years.
2 years. I went straight.
Yeah, I thought it was like 08
on.
and it was done.
08's when it hit.
No, it
and
hit.
then there's the aftermath.
Yeah.
But talk about that. Talk more in depth about that, right? Because that's what we're here for, is unlocking your mind. To go from making a ton of money and shooting fish in a barrel to like, there's no barrel, there's no fish, we're not making no money, the market is crashing.
Yeah.
Mentally, how did you make it through it?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did you prepare for it? What did you do? Some techniques.
You know, man, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes there was dark nights.
Yeah.
Dead serious dark times for me, because think about it. I had a wife, and she didn't work because that was what we decided to do, for her to be a stay-home mom and take
Yep.
care of our children. I didn't have that. And she wanted that. She didn't have that. When she grew up, her mom had to work. So she would take herself to school, feed herself, come
Damn.
home to an empty house. And she didn't want that. When we got married, that was her big thing, was like, this would be nice if I could have this, but if I can't, I can't, right?
Yeah.
But we made it happen. So I was like, man, I'm the man.
Hey,
No,
I'm doing it, dude.
I'm
It
doing it.
feels
My
good.
wife
Hey,
don't
I know.
yeah, my wife don't work. You know, my kids they got perfect mom at home.
Hey, that's why you walk around a little different, you know.
Yeah.
I got it.
And then I felt I can't provide that no more. I can't. I'm like, maybe she's gonna have to get a job.
Yeah.
Because man, I got down when I moved to Arizona, bro.
What year was that?
That was 2010.
Okay.
I came with $10,000 in my account. That was it.
I didn't know this story.
That was it, bro. We got down to $50 in our account, and my parents were coming for Thanksgiving to visit us, and my wife's like, "What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Like, do we even have enough money for food?" And I was embarrassed to tell my parents this.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm the oldest boy.
Yep.
That's an embarrassing moment right there. So I was like, what do I do? What do I do? So actually, Chris Morrison, the owner of Retsy,
Yeah.
let me borrow some money. I'm gonna be in the pub. People don't even know the story.
No, I don't know
He
that.
let me
Hey,
borrow
shout
100
out to Chris,
Yeah,
man.
he let me borrow $100, and he said, "Man, I'm gonna front you. You know, you got a sale coming up. I'm front you $100. You guys have a nice thing." Man, after that, I told myself, I'll never allow this to happen again. And I just went into a mode. I didn't care how hard I had to work, how many deals I had to chase. I went door knocking. I did it all, bro. I sat open houses every Saturday and Sunday. I did whatever it took to make sure that moment never happened again.
I
And
think
that
that's-
never has.
Dude, I think that's so powerful, is because we talk about it a lot. What are you going to do in that moment that the bank account's empty, right? You got to swallow your pride.
Yeah.
You got to own up to what's going on.
Yeah.
Or are you going to go win? Andre talks about this all the time. You got to just win more, right?
Yeah.
So you locked in and went and did whatever it took to get back on track.
Bro, you know what's crazy? I'm sitting here listening. You never told me this story.
Yeah.
We know each other, but I didn't talk like this.
Yeah,
So
man.
I-
I was
so
thinking the same thing. I'm
Bro, we
like,
know
that's
him, so-
why he's a dog.
Dude. Hey, but here's the deal, bro. Like, we see you now. We pulled up. You got your Corvette out front. I met you on the 2015.
Yeah.
So I caught you on the rebound. So you were already like, man, you had your Harris, like you were moving, right? Yeah. But man, I think it's so important. And I was watching you, as you're going through, and dude, even you just built, Top Notch ERC. We built this huge company, and then the IRS was like, no more checks. bro, like we grinded, bro. Made close to damn, a couple million bucks last year. Paid out over millions, right? And then the government says, nope, we're stopping. I mean, cold turkey. Yeah. I mean, bro, he was all in, bro. That's all he was doing every single day, all day, every day. And I was watching both your body languages because I know when I met you, and you were literally with 2 slabs of wood in that office, and I'm like, man, I felt all your guys' emotion, like. Every successful entrepreneur can grab into that. I remember when I was in WFG and I was running an older company, and there was a time when the makes low and my dad had given me $3,000. Yeah. It got me one more month. I'll tell you what, that one more month, man, that's why I was like, God always will deliver in a certain way, but you have to take action. Yeah. Most people that isn't the spark. So I don't know if you want to add anything. And I was watching your guys' body language.
I mean, I was like, you're giving the warrior cry, bro. Like,
yes.
Every successful entrepreneur knows that feeling, and I just wanted to stand up and flip the table,
dude.
Right? Like
I was
all
getting
we
fired
do
up.
is win around here,
Yeah.
but it's like in losses you win, right? And then you find out how to. I know you're gonna say something similar because we've all experienced it. Then you find out how strong your faith is.
Yes.
Right. And then you just push and grind, and that's what you can't fabricate. That's
No.
why I love about you. That's why I already felt the dog in you. Like the first time we were like, hey, let's go to lunch. I'm like, this dude's real.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like when you have it, you could spot it a mile away. But I love that you shared that part of it. Yeah.
No, I never even shared that to anybody. I kind of, it's one of those things that that's what gets your.
Well, especially as
why.
dudes, we don't want to show like we had to get some help or get anything.
Oh man, it was.
Man, it's like your pool story, bro.
Yeah.
It was the freaking literally. It's your pool story of that's how you started
I-
trucking. Just say it real quick.
Yeah.
Man, this is so important for everyone watching though. Like I know we're telling stories, but listen to what happened right after. Like Bro, this is, he was saying, it's all I was thinking about. What you're about to say right now.
Yeah. So
This is crazy.
I took a risk because I wanted to start foster care homes, and I went all in, and I spent all of my retirement, all of it, right? And I'm like, I guess I'm gonna have to go back to work. Like I don't know what else I could do. And then I had an acquaintance over at my house.
An acquaintance,
somebody I didn't really know that well, and he was asking me like how things were going. I was just being real, like I spent all my retirement. I guess I got to go back to work. And he's like, well, I run a trucking company. I'm like, oh yeah, from where? He's like, yeah, out of my house. If you want to know how to do it, you can come over. I'm like, when? He's like, Monday. I'm like, I'm there. And I went over. I'm looking at everything. And I'm like, I think I could do this. And he literally taught me how to do that industry. Just a kind person out of the kindness of his heart. And the coolest part was he actually gave me.
Listen to this. I'm gonna get the chills again. Listen.
So he literally, I'm like, well, I need a truck to do this. On that day, he searches it up, like shows me a good find. We drive to the bank. He pulls out a duffel bag of cash.
Bro, listen to this.
We drive all the way to California. And it was so much. I've never seen that much cash in my life, by the way. And we buy this truck and we're sitting around a table. I felt like I was warping back to my past, actually. But we're like in rows like this.
Oh my God, dude.
And the cash starts here and we're all like double counting it for the seller. And then I don't even have a CDL. I don't even know how to drive a truck. And we drive it back to Arizona and start the business. Wow. And from one day to the next, I ran out of everything. 2 weeks later, somebody's handing me $15,000 cash, right? But that's why when you were talking, that's why I felt the warrior cry. Yeah. Like, what are we gonna do when our back's against the wall?
But here's another thing too in that story, bro. How many people has he took to that garage to show him you can do this trucking company? And how many? Probably tons of people. Yeah. Hey, come to my house. Let me show it to you. He saw it in his eye. Yeah. Chris did that for you because he knew who you were. Yeah. He just knew the moment of time, but he knew who you were, and he happened to be blessed with that. We know that. I know his family obviously related there, but like they see it in you. Yeah. So another thing that people fail at, and I don't know who wants to pick it up, but like when someone sees it and gives it to you, and we just talked about this on the show, like
yes.
Take it.
Yeah.
Like go. We were just talking right before the show about, man, people taking more, like getting after it more, and you just were around a group of people, you saw it, right? Like take it. Because they don't come, dude. God will send you some blessings, but you got to take it. If you don't take it in that moment, you miss the biggest thing that's ever happened. Dude, I'm sitting at a moment where literally we put it all on the line. I spent all my savings to go after something so big, like everything, like we got this. And we got a group of people around us that's like, let's keep moving. Yeah, so it's you got to be willing to do it, but then once it's there, you got to take it. And everyone at the table took advantage of the opportunity because most people don't.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I want you to talk about it, and Shane, jump in after because you have your story with it.
Yes,
but like I want you to, because everybody has the same story. My back was against the wall, and I went at it. Like I was willing to do anything to keep that dream alive. Right? Same thing, feeling all the same ways. I'm like, I've been an attorney for 10 years. We're eating top ramen for dinner.
Yeah.
Like I can't afford this house that we're in right now.
Yep.
Like, and I just became willing to do talk about that for you. Like, I know you said I was at every open house, but like, talk about the mindset, like, and how you overcame it.
Well, the biggest thing is like when I got here, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody in Arizona, man. I mean, I know one person. He was a realtor, and he's the one that told me to come here. We're on the phone, and he's like, man, I said, how's Arizona doing? He said, man, I'm telling you, I think this is going to be a lot of opportunity here. I'm like, man, you guys got houses for $50,000, $80,000 house. That ain't going to be an opportunity. You got to sell like 10 houses to make some money. And he's like, I'm telling you, man, the market's going to rebound. The market's going to rebound over here. So I came out here, we did it, and my wife, we had no clue we're getting ourselves. We just picked surprise because he lived in Sun City Grand, and so I just picked surprise. And I'm going to class, I'm going to school, and the crazy thing, I meet Chris Morrison's dad at school. He's in there taking the real estate course for fun to show his son that it's easy to get his real estate license. That's all he was in there for. He had American Family shirt on, and I'm like, man, you own American Family? And we ended up chopping it up and found out. And he's like, you need to talk to my son. And I'm like, who's your son? And I guess he got a hold of his son and was like, hey, man, you got to talk to the guy Russell. I think he saw in me what he probably knew Chris would want.
Fact.
For a West Valley guy, right?
Fact.
So I met Chris, and he sat down with me for 5 minutes, and he said, you could stop. And I'm like, he's like, you're my guy. You're my West Valley guy. He's like, all the Zillies, everything's going to go to you. He's all I expect you to do is, man, just work. What you're telling me who you are, just be that person.
Boom.
Boom. That was it. And I took off, dude. And I know people in the office were probably tripping because here's this new guy from Washington, doesn't know anybody, comes in here and my numbers just went. I mean, I was just, that's just me, man. I had it in me. I knew I had it in me.
You got lucky.
Yeah.
No. There's no luck there, bro.
I know.
Like you were grinding
Yeah.
and you put yourself in the right moment
Yeah.
for the right things to happen. This is what I believe. That's what God does.
Yeah. 100%.
Right. So, and then people call it lucky.
No.
No luck in there.
No. So I told my son that yesterday. I said, there's people say, oh, he's lucky. He's no luck, man. You gotta show up every day. You gotta be there. You gotta be in front of me. I mean, when I met you, we were in that office together. Jason was across, you were down, and I really didn't know what you did. But Jason told me, like, oh, he's in a, I go, what does he do? Because I said, he kind of does resemble me. He could be my brother.
He could be your
my
brother.
brother. And he said, he's an attorney. I said, what kind of attorney? He's like, Jason's like, bro, he does estate planning. I'm like, and the crazy thing, Chris Morrison told me like 5 years before I met you, hey, man, you need to find a divorce attorney or find a estate planning attorney. And you need to connect because that right there is going to be a good pipeline.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to find that. Lo and behold, this guy's in my office.
Dude, right there.
And I asked him a couple times. He didn't go to lunch right away with me.
I know.
Which is fine. He's a busy guy. I get it. And I just kept saying, we have lunch. And at last we had lunch. Went to Tailgaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took him to Tailgaters. We sat down and we talked. And I guess he could probably see like, oh, this guy might work. And it all worked out. But you have to continue. You can't give up on yourself, man. And that's the problem, I think, with a lot of people. They try something for a while and then it doesn't work and they just stop. But I just kept going. And we've gone through 2010 was bad. And then, it got better. And we got into COVID hit. I thought we were done. Honestly, I told my wife, I'm like, hey, DirecTV, cut that bill down.
Yeah.
I started already because 2010 always kicks in my head, man. It's like a checkpoint again. Like, oh, here we go again.
Yep.
Got to start trimming the fat, right? And COVID, some people were scared, which whatever, they didn't want to go show houses, but I kept saying to myself, you know what? I got to continue to grind. COVID year, 2020 was probably one of my best years.
That was your best years. I remember you telling me.
I told you. It was the craziest thing because I never thought it would be. And people kept telling me, how are you selling houses? I said, I just keep showing up. People call. It just kept going. And that's what you got to do, man. I mean, I think in our mind, we got to just really know if I don't do it, someone else is going to do it.
Fact. Well, it goes to you too. And I know I kind of teed off a little bit, but we're talking with the top notch, right, dude, bro? I'm like listening to his story. It's like we just went through this right now, like literally lifetime. Explain kind of what your maybe say it real quick, and then your mindset through, like, because that same philosophy, like, bro, like it was crazy.
Well, so I watched a video from Steve Harvey, and he said you just got to jump off the cliff, and you're gonna hit the wall. And you're going to hit the wall again. You're going to get scuffed up, banged up, but the parachute's going to open because you got to believe it's going to open.
Yep.
Right? And that's what you went through is you're like, you know what? I've been through this. I know what it takes. You got to lock in and grind, and that's what you did to become successful. And other people, this is what we're trying to teach here. Okay? If you don't take anything away from today's call, today's podcast, take this away. Failure's going to happen. Life's going to happen. You're going to get bumped up. You're going to get scraped up. But the reality is, once you figure out one time how to be successful through that adversity, nothing can stop you no more because you'll never give up.
Fact.
And that's exactly what we experienced. I mean, in corporate America, making really good money, right? You're a prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
You're a prisoner. If you work at McDonald's, you're a prisoner. It doesn't matter. You're a prisoner to the system that was designed to make us believe that we are meant to be employees. And we're supposed to be happy about it.
Yep.
Right? So we started launching the business. Like, we saw an idea, and then Top Notch came out of that idea, and I had no clue what was going to happen. but I knew that I could do it if I partnered with the right people.
That's key.
Right? So I was sitting at a table of people who only one other person at that table understood it. Right? Everybody else is still trying to like wrap their brain around it, kind of think about it and figure it out. But believing in it's a different story. So I immediately called Jason. I said, hey, I can do this. I've got the team. I need the people. I need someone who has a mass following and a belief in people that trust them, right? Because I wasn't the type of person that is on social media. I wasn't the type of person that just went out and talked to thousands of people. I went to work every day. I had 15, 20 friends for 30 plus years.
Yep.
So that's just not who I was. So I knew you could bring that piece to the business. So it was a no-brainer. I was like, we're going to do this. And then about 4 months went by and we were like, oh shit, well, we did it, but is it going to work? Right? Because we did 4.5 months without getting a paycheck.
Yep.
And 4.5 months of people telling us that it's not going to work. Don't do this. You don't know what's going on. You have to be this, you have to be that. And that's something else. I don't care what your label is in society with your degrees and your background. You can actually go be anything you want to, except for probably a lawyer or a doctor, right? I mean, like,
I'm here to say anybody can do it.
No. What I'm saying is you can't go be a lawyer without having a law license.
Yeah.
Right. You can't go be a doctor legally without being a doctor, but you can be a CEO and you can be successful in anything you want to do. So 4.5 months go by and the payouts started coming, and they weren't like $10,000 payouts, $20,000. They were $100,000 payouts. 4.5 months of sacrifice, 4.5 months of belief, 4.5 months of blind following, and then hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars came in a matter of 6 months.
Wow, that's amazing.
And we were on top of the world. Like, holy crap! I cannot believe you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars in one paycheck. Right?
Hey, that's Russell in 2004 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
That feeling. It's that feeling, man. It's that feeling.
Wow. And then
crazy.
And then September of last year came, and a certain group of people tried to stop everything that was going on. They tried to keep business owners from getting their money. So guess what? Checks stopped coming.
Hey, right before that though, this is important because there's one more thing to this. So we're cranking, right? The money's starting to flow. And we're like, all right, this is new to us in entrepreneurship, right? We've been successful. So then we brought him in. It's a very important part of the story real quick. We sat down and said, hey, we got to bring some other parts around it because we had to reconfigure a few things. And then we brought in the other person that knew that because we didn't have that part. This is very, very important. Like to the whole, and then I want you to get to the part where we're going here, but you can't be everything in every arena. Like, bro, like I watch you. I've watched Heather with you. Like you've always had good people around you too that could do the other sides of what you need. You can just find, hey, I got the home. You need the mortgage person. You need the banks. But like, so there's a team that goes around a real estate sale. Like you could be I'm the greatest, but if you don't have the right mortgage person that can find a way to get that deal done, right, that you need, or so it all works together as a unit. So like, even though we're on Lock Your Mind, like you got to be number one first. And that was you. With Top Notch, I'm like, I don't know what this guy's even talking about. I was like, you believe so much that I'm going to find. When he gets going on things, I'm like, half the time, I'm like, I honestly, truly, honestly, hand to God, I don't know what the hell he's talking about half the time. Because his brain goes into the law thing, or he just knows it. And when I find someone because I know when I get passionate about something, and I know it, like if I find it, I'm like, oh, I'm locking with you. However I can do it, I'm finding a way to make myself valuable, to be part of what it is. And I know I bring my value.
But hang on real quick.
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
What did you just say, though?
I don't know. I said lock. Cool. What part?
This is the part. I find a way to make myself valuable. Too many people want to jump in and not be valuable.
Fact.
And then wonder, why it's not working out. Like,
yeah.
I know you had an experience with that. I mean, maybe I don't want to name names.
Yeah.
Talk about the experience of it.
Wait, go real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to stop. But no, we're going to come to that too. Go back to the part where it all stopped. Because I just wanted to.
I'm glad you brought that up because I have always been a do-it-yourself person. Everything that I've accomplished and done up to a certain point in my life, when I met Jason, was I had to do it all myself.
Yeah.
That was something inside of me that didn't have enough faith in other people and didn't have enough personal growth in that moment to realize I'm only going to get to a certain level alone.
But Shane, we all are the same.
Yeah.
I've had to do it by myself.
Yeah.
We have people around us, so I don't want to say by myself. But I'm saying like the mentality is I get it done or no one else can. That's
Yep.
it. It's like Michael Jordan, Kobe, it's all of them. But they never won a championship until they learn how to get their teams around because they can't every three. So it's something we're learning as successful individual entrepreneurs putting our worlds together. And it's fucking, it's edit that out. I say it with that passion because it's hard. It's hard when you got a family and you to trust other people to pass the ball when you know I'm willing to take the shot because if I make it or miss it, I can live with the result. To give it and say, oh, here we go, Ray Allen. Oh, Ray, you better. No, but dude, this is a very, because dude, you can be so successful you can make millions, I think, by yourself.
But it's a prime example.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You put your head down, you made millions of dollars.
Millions and millions.
Right? But leveling up to
he
that
says
next
the word
level
billion,
is,
baby.
Yeah,
Hey,
billions.
you're not doing that by yourself.
No.
Billions is automatic and coming.
And I know we're covering a lot of space here, so
Yeah.
I want to come back to your thing. So it's
Yeah.
just, but dude, it's that trust that, dude, it's hard. Even for me, man, everyone thinks like, oh, he just loves that. Dude, it's hard for me too. I mean, I'm watching like, and I'm still like always right behind it. I'm like, hey, like, making sure it's good, right? Like even the stuff that we worked out and things that we all work together. But I'll tell you what, and you can get to your point. I'm most proud of at this table, dude. Like, it's hard to work with other alpha people, men or women. It's hard. It's very hard. And when you're one yourself, it's super hard. But at the end of the day, what we're all doing together, and dude, I know how much more integral we're all tied together at this table. What we're going to do for this world right now, they don't know what's coming, dude, because it's big. So anyway, I'll get back to your topic. I just wanted to, I know we jumped for a minute, but I think that's important to say because like, I love this. This right here, I love it. I love the call last night when he gets all fired up on me and his brain's moving and I'm like, oh, I love it because then my brain's moving. Then we're talking this morning, like, what can we do? And then we're talking and we're four dudes in our 40s with families with a lot riding on us and we're going after it. I'll take this all day. I'll take some getting out. Like we ain't punch each other in the face yet. Let's don't go that far, okay? But like it gets to that point where we're all in it together, man, and it's awesome. Anyway, so I get back to your point.
You're good. What you talked about really is people are going to come into your life at different points, and some of them have already been there. And when you start to experience success, they feel like you owe them something. They feel like you should just let them in and be a part of it. And that's easy to think.
Yeah.
Right? Like when you've been with someone for a long time, a tight friend, a relative, whatever, it's easy to get caught up in that world and think, oh, well, they owe me. Well, no, what value do you bring to the situation, to the circumstance? Because being an entrepreneur and sacrificing it all and putting it all on the line is what all of us have done. And guess how many people were there holding their hand out? What they were actually doing was, I told you so. Like I told you so, right? So, but the reality is this. We've all got to grow. Whatever our journey is, whatever the mission is, whatever direction we're going, you said it right perfectly, is people are asking how you're winning. I'm winning because I don't quit.
Fact.
I'm winning because I'm willing to go get dirty and you're not. I'm willing to go knock on. How many people would walk a neighborhood and knock on a door? Gee, they do it to my house every day, right? They want to sell something every single day. So it's really, truly that simple, is work on your mind every day, follow other successful people, learn from their mistakes so that you don't have to fall down, so that you hopefully don't have to hit yourself in the head as many times as.
Bro, let me tell you something real quick, because we know how many shows you shot now. I'm telling you right now, Russ, dude, you're in real estate, bro. I know you're going to get your license one of these days. Brooke, make him get it done. Right? I know we're going to attach some of our ecosystems together. Bro, we when I met him, we were not in the same lane. He's a freaking attorney, okay? He was doing law and kicking ass and taking names. When I met him, when I first met him, he was a top executive at his job, killing it and like doing his thing. I had left at that point and I was in distribution doing financial services. We were not in the same lane. I'd even not even anywhere in the same sphere. I was never an executive. I sure don't know what it's like to be an attorney. I've never sold real estate once in my life. My wife got a license. I don't know. I always thought like granite countertops, floor. I'm joking. But here's what I'm trying to tell you. Look at us now. Like anyone that doesn't watch this right now or share it and get into our group, which right now it's free. It's just a group we have. Things aren't free forever. Like get into the network, dude. Like get around. Like we are every show I'm watching it. And dude, listen, I got some last week. Oh, you're shaking your leg too much. You're shaking your leg. I freaking shake my leg, dude. It's just how it moves.
That's just
dude. Like,
the way it is.
It's just, but like, or hey, and I got it. Like, hey, the ceiling was, I get it. I'm like, bro, you just listened to 4 dudes that said, if you get in our ecosystem, like we put it all on the line every day for our family, for what we want. We ain't fake, dude. Like he just told you, oh yeah, I was in my back of my pool. I lost it all. I went in and lost. I said, I'll run with you every damn day. You're like, bro, I went after that trade yesterday and I freaking wiped me out. Dude, I thought Tesla was going the wrong way. Like, I'm like, oh, and you're like, but you have enough reserves to we get through, right? And dude, I listened to you. And dude, I didn't even hear that story. The guy didn't hook you up. He bet on you.
Yeah, 100%.
This guy bet on you. You're betting on a lot of people right now. We're running a full company.
And
you're betting on it.
It was a good bet.
It's a great bet. And dude, the bet hasn't even paid off yet. The bet he's done to you hasn't paid off yet. Wait till we bring back full circle when he actually understands what we're doing here. You'll repay that bet tenfold because we're all moving forward. But like, that's why I'm like, man, and I'm not going to say anything bad. You told me not to, so I will not. This is nothing like you've been a part of in your entire life. I don't care who's out there right now doing whatever they're doing, whatever lane they're talking in. It is not this. I've been around it. I've put myself into it, right? What we are doing here, guys, nobody's doing because we're all freaking real, bro. I'm so glad you don't have your long sleeves on today. And you guys literally are twins. I'm looking at you. You both got freaking tattoos in the same places. But dude, like, we joked right before the show. Shane was going to sit here and you were going to sit there. And he's like, oh, we can't do that again.
We're not doing an Oreo cookie, man.
We got the, and Russell said right before, this is important. You're like, bro, this is going on in the world right now. It's tearing people apart. Look at us, bro. We're all different. We're different races, different cuts. Some multi-mixed families, some not. We're interracial marriages. We all have the same thing. And bro, we're all winning. And we take care of each other. And we get on each other sometimes. And we push each other. And we challenge each other. But at the end of the day, we come back together. And we say, how can we go win? And no one looks at each other better than anybody else or nothing. And I'm telling you, if more people will tune in and become part of this movement that we are having. And yeah, Lee, we got a lot of content. I'm sorry, we'll fix it, okay? We got a lot of content because we want to put it out to the world and we'll figure out what it is. But I'm telling you, I've searched for this my entire life. You say it all the time. And I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to get challenged. We're supposed to push more. We're supposed to be helping other people where we're going to go. But by God, I swear to God, if any of you change, even though this isn't my show, I will kick you out of here because this world needs more realness, dude. I'm telling you, say whatever you want. We need people to get back to taking care of each other, having each other's backs. And that means telling someone the truth. Like you're not, if I would have been with you back then and trusted him, he'd be like, you're not doing what you need to do for your family. He would have been in your ass. I swear, that's how he is. But at the same time, when you're doing it right, he tells you a good job.
Yeah, but we're only 4 people. So we need you all to continue commenting, continue liking, sharing, subscribing, because not so that the channel can be successful, so that the message can get out. You all have your own message, and like Russell shared his story today, dude, that's not easy. But if you'll share your story, other people will share theirs, and you will have an impact on their life forever.
$100, dude.
Subscribe, like, comment, connect with us, and let's go push this thing forward. Again, there's only 4 of us, but there's millions of you, and we can go impact millions of people together.
What do you got? Final word.
Final word. I'm just going to say what's on my heart. Like I'm hearing about, you don't want to be in our ecosystem. Don't, but we lose in millions. Right? We lose in millions.
We lose in millions. We lose in millions. I freaking love it, man. All right, baby. Final, anything before we wrap?
Everything you guys said are facts, man. I mean, this has been awesome, dude. And I'm proud to be in here with you guys because I believe in Jason. I believe in Andre. I believe in Shane. I wouldn't be here if I didn't, because I'm like I always tell people, I keep it real. So I only be around real people, and these are real people real stories, and there's gonna be so much success in this group here.
Hey, you need to go hit the Harris Group up. If you need something in real estate.
Hey, you're doing real estate in AZ,
needs,
baby. Hit up the Harrison Group.
Yes, 100%.
Appreciate
My wife
that.
might be over there. It's no big deal. All right, guys, have a blessed day.